How does a Sagittarius man test you? Sagittarius is symbolized by the centaur and is the adventurous spirit of the zodiac. His element is of fire and his qualities are mutable. They manage the ninth house in astrology, which stands for philosophy and long-distance travel. Their ruling planet is Jupiter, which manages expansion and is said to bring luck. The Sagittarius man tests you through your companionship. This man is not known for commitments and may sometimes have a reputation for dodging responsibility. It is possible that they settle in a later age, or most of the time it happens that way. They want to make the most of their life, and a partner that can tolerate their lifestyle earns their loyalty. If you are looking for more in-depth training to truly understand your Sagittarius man, to understand what his behaviors mean, what he likes and dislikes, then also check out Sagittarius Man Secrets. It's a Sagittarius man for dummies, so to speak. You'll find the link in the description below. That said, before we delve into the different ways he tests you, let's get to know him a little. Profile of a Sagittarius man. The Sagittarius man is a fighter. He might have a carefree disposition, but when he sees his loved ones being hurt, he will retaliate. In Greek mythology, he is represented by an archer centaur, or Chiron. Now Chiron's story is a bit tragic, as he was expected to be brute, but instead, he grew up to be a lover of knowledge. Sagittarius isn't just for the statement, "you only live once," or YOLO mentality, but they actually have a deep disposition in them. They understand things best when they experience it. Often there is no secrets with the Sagittarius man, what you see is what you get. Better believe it, if you find him to be playing around, most likely that's the only warning you need if you're looking for a committed person. They are also the type to be distracted all the time. He might forget things like chores or tasks that he said he'd do. It's hard to make him do things he doesn't feel like doing. He is, after all, still influenced by fire. He needs to feel passionate about something to feel his best. He might seem very friendly at times, but he is actually quite guarded. They don't always trust or open up to the people they meet, but when they do choose to, it is usually a strong bond that lasts. The Sagittarius man's motto has to be about exploration and experiment. To love a Sagittarius man, you must be fearless. You never know how long your relationship is going to last, but it will be memorable. Someone who would love him needs to have a strong heart and know how to live in the present. If you want to lock him down and win his heart, we strongly recommend getting inside his head with a guide like Sagittarius Man Secrets. Click the link in the description. 7 ways a Sagittarius man will test you. He tests you with his flirtatiousness. If you are the jealous type, you might want to think twice dating a Sagittarius. Many times, they come across as flirtatious because they are outgoing. He favors doing things, or his love language could be quality time and acts of service rather than just saying it out loud. Sagittarius men need space. If you need constant attention, he might become a silent monster in your relationship. He might not mind it, but you would, and if he is not able to address it, he might think of you as suffocating. He tests you with his love of freedom. Sagittarius men live for freedom. He is free-spirited, and if his lover is looking towards settling and security, he might turn the other way and make a run for it. He is the seeker of variety in love and his friendships. He is a tease and chooses light-hearted relationships. He wants to be with highly passionate people who can expand his horizons. He might prefer a partner that started as their travel buddy, or maybe he meets someone from a different country. Sagittarius men love to learn about the world and other cultures. Some earth signs might find the Sagittarius man the ultimate red flag because of his lack of worries. He is also conflict avoidant. For the Sagittarius man, take one day at a time, why worry? The partner that is right for them is active and emotionally independent like him. He will test you with his recklessness. For those with earth qualities, the Sagittarius man is chaotic because he is scattered mentally and the way he does his tasks. You might find that checklists aren't useful to him because he will do what he wants anyway. He has a carefree attitude and has difficulty admitting if he makes a mistake. Because of his love of variety, he might enjoy the company of Gemini and Aries. The constant topics that Gemini can talk about and the way Aries approaches life. There is even a couple on YouTube that were inspired by Aries and Sagittarius, a DJ and a dancer. They complement each other very well. Sagittarius men can be hard workers. But they are easily bored. Because of this, his tendency is to develop habits that might land him to a rehabilitation facility. 1. He tests you with how direct he is. If you haven't already noticed, Sagittarius men are blunt to a fault. Their honesty is brutal and sometimes their excess passion isn't always appreciated by others. Although, when they have to, they make fearless fighters. But if they can avoid it, they would. They don't like fighting with the people they love. He tests you if you hold him back. Sagittarius men will be miserable if paired with someone who is intent in keeping them home. I know of a Sagittarius male teen that had strong Virgo qualities in a father. And he always felt like he could have done more in his youth. He ended up resenting him for a time. Though, many Sagittarians can also say that they only feel anger in the moment and once expressed it is often done. He is free-spirited and does what he wants. He doesn't want to have to explain it to authority figures and he will not appreciate a partner that wants to be one. The Sagittarius man also wants to be with someone who is a positive thinker. He doesn't want to be held down by someone who always dwells in their problems. To him, problems don't go away anyway, so why think about it? You would have to keep a cheerful attitude even if the world seems doom and gloom. He wants to make lemonade out of it. He wants to always remain childlike despite the seriousness of the world. He tests you with his lack of organization. Sagittarius men might be the Virgo's worst nightmare. Since he constantly wants to explore and experience the world, there is a tendency for him to be overwhelmed and then become scattered. They're great with visualization and the big pictures, but the small details are often stressful and forgotten. If anything, he still makes a great motivator when paired with passion. He would just need a team to help him with the details. He even makes a great boss in business because he's the least inclined to micromanage his people. They believe in creativity and freedom of exploration. He tests you with his overconfidence. Sagittarius men are known for their confidence, but for them it is mostly in excess. There's a saying, pride comes first before a fall. Since they are always optimistic, they believe that they can do everything. This can also translate to them as demanding and might be a high-maintenance partner, especially when they take over every conversation. It's not their intention to take the spotlight away. Their fire influence is just unapologetic, and they have a lot of things to share. This is also a way for them to showcase their intellectual side and comedic charisma. In another note, their overconfidence could also be why they are said to be the luck bringer. It is their positivity that activates the law of attraction. Believe that you have received it and it will be yours. If you're realizing you need to know a lot more about how your Sagittarius man operates so you don't slip up, check out Sagittarius Man Secrets. It's chock full of practical advice and real-world tips women use to build a happy, successful relationship with the Sagittarius guys in their lives. Click the link in the description. If you are enjoying this video, make sure you smash the like button. Your Sagittarius man is testing you. Final thoughts. The Sagittarius man will test your companionship. He is not the type to settle immediately. He lives in the present. This man does not want to be tied in a relationship that is controlling. The Sagittarius man believes in freedom and wants to have an adventure of a lifetime with someone he loves. He is confident and can be blunt. He might hurt someone without intending to. Although he is conflict avoidant, he is not shy when he needs to fight back. The Sagittarius man is represented by the wounded healer, Chiron, and can be selfless in his pursuit of the world. They might not be known to be committal, but once he decides to give his heart to someone, he is loyal and extremely protective of his lover. Loving a Sagittarius man means to focus on what is now. Being able to live life to the fullest and letting go of worries. If you love a Sagittarius man, give him his freedom. Don't be too jealous as they are natural flirts, even if they're not trying to. Enjoy the moment and know that nothing is permanent, everything is just borrowed, but while it is there, make it last. If you've enjoyed this video and want more, make sure to like and subscribe.